Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you guys my workout routine. This has been a highly requested video, so I have been trying to sort out my workout routine so I can do this video for you guys. So I felt that I am finally ready to do this video. So in today's video, I will not only share with you guys my workout routine, but I also want to share with you guys some of my workout tips as well as diet tips that I've learned during the past couple of months. Okay, so I began this workout routine in March when I started my gym membership, and prior to that, I have always been trying to get onto the fitness journey. So for the past like 4 to 5 years, I've always been running occasionally. So when I'm motivated, I run like 3 to 4 times a week, and when I'm not motivated, I run like once a month. But yeah, during the past 5 years, I've been running occasionally. So I'm going to begin by briefly talking you through my weekly workout schedule and like my workout routine. Oh, by the way, I do not have any before and after photos because when I started this whole gym membership thing, I honestly didn't expect to see any changes in my body, but there actually is. So I am still kind of gutted that I didn't take any before photos. But at my gym, there is this weighing machine where it measures not only your weight but also your body fat percentage, your muscle mass, your protein, your minerals, stuff like that, your BMI, your BMR, stuff like that. So I have been keeping every single record that I have. So instead of sharing with you guys a before and after photo, I will be sharing with you guys the numbers on the report to show you guys the changes that my body actually made. Okay, so before we begin, I will share with you guys my body stats when I first started this workout routine. So this report is taken on the 7th of March. Okay, so here are the stats, and honestly the figure that I am most concentrated on is my percentage of body fat. So as you can see, when I first started out, my percentage of body fat is 29.5, which is over the normal range, which is 18 to 28%. So yeah, even though I don't look fat or anything prior to this workout routine, my percentage of body fat is still higher than normal because it's just not proportionate with my muscle mass. And as you can see, my muscle mass is only 16.2 kg, which is under the normal range, which begins at 18.1 kg. So yes, these are my stats. So let's move on to my actual workout routine. Alright, so I generally like to work out 4 to 5 times a week. So if I work out 5 times a week, Sundays and Mondays will be my rest day, and if I work out only 4 times a week, then Friday will be my rest day as well. But yeah, this also depends on my schedule. I usually like to throw all my other appointments on Mondays or Fridays, like my nail appointment, facials, meet up with friends and everything, just so it doesn't clash with my usual workout schedule. But if I have a fixed appointment on like a Wednesday or a Tuesday, or if it's a public holiday on a Tuesday, then I will work out on Mondays or Fridays just to make up for the workout session that I will be missing. For example, today is actually a public holiday, it's a Friday, so I've actually went to the gym on Monday already to make up for the workout session that I will be missing today. So during the weekdays, I head to the gym after work, so sometimes I go there directly and sometimes I come back home first and have a smoothie or something. It depends on what time my class is. So on Tuesdays, I have my favorite Zumba class, but I'll usually go an hour earlier to use the gym. So at the gym, I do pretty much the same thing. So I'll either do my own exercises, sort of like an interval training. So I'll basically do a mixture of different exercises like lunges, jumping jacks, burpees, push-ups, squats, etc. etc. So basically I do each exercise for 30 to 45 seconds, and then I just switch them up every time the time is up. And I do that for a total of like 20 minutes maybe, and I also incorporate weights like in between. Honestly, I don't really keep track of the total time that I do this interval training because I usually just do until I'm super breathless and I just feel like I can't take this anymore. I mean, I'm on my own, so I just like to keep everything at my own pace. So on most days, actually, I prefer to go on the treadmill because I love to run. It just feels very satisfying, and I just like to blast like music in my ears. Like honestly, I go like max volume every single time on a treadmill. But yeah, most days I just prefer to go on the treadmill because on the treadmill I can really track how far I run and the amount of time I spend on the treadmill. So I usually run like 3 to 4 kilometers. On good days I will run like 5 to 6, and there are a couple of times where I've hit 7 and above. And then after that I'll do some weight trainings for my arms. I basically use the dumbbells and do like a couple of different arm workouts. I seldom use the gym equipment because I don't really like them, and there's not much equipment at my gym anyway, so I prefer using the dumbbells. And again, I don't really track how many I did, how many reps, how many sets. I just do until my hands are like shivering and like dying. I think I don't track them because I just always zone out. Like, I've honestly tried multiple times to count the number of like bicep curls I do and stuff, but I just kept zoning out, so yeah. Okay, so on Wednesdays I used to go for energy sculpt class and or Pilates class, but since I'm getting stronger, I feel like these classes are not that helpful for me anymore because they are less intense. So right now I prefer just going to the gym and then going to Pilates after that for like a cool down session after gym. So on Thursday, I'll go to my favorite energy sculpt class, and I know I said that on Wednesday the energy sculpt class is not helpful and stuff, but on Thursday this energy sculpt class is by a different instructor, and I love her class because it's super intense. Like, I think we always do like 50 squats or even more than that, like each class, and it's crazy, and like every time I just feel sweat dripping down my face. So after this energy sculpt class, sometimes I will go for the next class, which is kickboxing, and it's basically a mixture of martial arts moves. So there's like kickboxing, there's Muay Thai, there's Taekwondo, and it's super intense. Every time I'm in there I just kept cursing in my head. But yeah, as usual, after the workout it just feels very satisfying. I haven't actually been to this kickboxing class in a couple of weeks. I've been going on the treadmill instead. So after energy sculpt, I'll go onto the treadmill and I'll run for like 4 to 5 kilometers. I don't know why, but recently I'm super into running, so I've been going on a treadmill a lot. So actually recently I've been working out 5 times a week more rather than 4 times a week. So if I'm going to the gym on a Friday or a Monday, I'll usually do my own exercises like the interval training that I mentioned, or I'll go onto the treadmill because the classes on Mondays and Fridays are really boring, so I don't like them. Finally, on Saturday mornings, I'll go to my favorite class of the week, which is Ultimate Interval, and this class is super intense because it's made not only to tone up your body, but it also incorporates cardio in it. So you basically interval like cardio and weights, so it's super intense. Like, every time I finish this class, I just feel like every single muscle in my body is about to explode, but again, it's so satisfying. In the past, because this class is too intense, I would just straight away shower after class and just head home. But recently, probably because I'm getting stronger, I feel like after class I can do some more. So I'll usually just do more weights, and I'll do like stretching, and I'll use the foam roller. So like I said, on Sundays I rest, but if I'm heading to my boyfriend's place, I'll actually go to the gym outlet that is near to his place. So I'll go for my favorite Zumba class at 9:30 AM, and then I will usually stay to gym afterwards. So that is my workout routine. So now I want to share with you guys a couple of workout tips as well as diet tips that I've learned during the past couple of months. So starting with workout tips, the very first tip I have is to make time for it and make your time worth. So like I said, on weekdays I head to the gym after work, and by the time I'm done with my workout and by the time I have showered and everything, I will have my dinner at around 9 to 10 PM, and after I'm done it's like bedtime because the next day I have to work in the morning again. So prior to that, I've always just been lazing on my bed, and I'll always be on YouTube watching videos. So I'm actually quite happy that now I'm spending my time to do something more meaningful, like caring for my health, rather than just sitting on my bed and watching YouTube videos, because it's not like I am watching some sort of educational videos and everything. It's always like super random, like K-pop related like videos. As a working adult, I feel like in order to make time for exercising, you'll definitely have to sacrifice something. So for me, on weekdays, it's definitely sacrificing my time spent on YouTube and on my phone. And on Saturdays, it's sacrificing my time to sleep in during the weekends because my class is in the morning. So instead of like sleeping in during the weekends, I have to be up really early to head to the gym. Also, make your time worth, and I'm saying this because I have seen way too many people just heading to the gym and chit-chatting and not breaking a sweat, and even in classes they just sit there and watch, like they don't even bother to try, and I feel like that's just such a waste of time. Like, I'd rather you just go home and like do whatever you love instead of coming here and not doing anything beneficial for your health. So my second workout tip is to make sure you enjoy it. Like I said, for the past 5 years I have been running occasionally, but I really hate it. Like, I really dread running, and it's not because I hate running. I actually love running, but the reason why I really hate running for the past like 5 years is because of the environment. Prior to going to the gym, I always run downstairs, and it's just so boring. Like, I mean, it's fine for like a month or so, but if you keep on doing the same thing, it just gets so boring. It gets so stagnant. It's just like the same route over and over again. And I also refuse to run other routes because it's close to like the roads, and there's like a lot of cars, there's like a lot of pollution, and I don't feel healthy running next to cars and stuff. So yeah, it's always the same freaking route, and I just feel like it's so boring. And by the way, before I started this like gym membership, I was still like running downstairs, and I think since last year, like the end of last year, I've been spotting like monitor lizards downstairs, and oh my god, like it just freaks me out. And honestly, I just don't really dare to like run downstairs anymore because I'm always like on the lookout like if there's any monitor lizards around. So for me, I really like going to the gym because they have all the equipment I need, and there's like huge mirrors and everything, so you can really like look at yourself and look at your muscles working and look at your form. And then they have like all the different like weights for dumbbells, which I think is really helpful because sometimes when you're feeling weak or tired, you can just take the lighter ones. If you feel like motivated and stuff, you can take like the heavier ones. So you can just like switch it out however you want. Like, I have a pair of dumbbells at home, and it's like 5 pounds, I believe, 2.5 kilograms, and it's honestly too heavy for me. So there are a lot of moves that I cannot do because it's too heavy for me. Another reason why I love my gym is obviously because of the classes. Like I said, I have a lot of favorite classes: Zumba, Ultimate Interval, Energy Sculpt, and honestly these are classes that I will go every single week without fail. Like, I cannot meet my friends, I cannot meet my boyfriend, I cannot like have any appointments on these dates just because I need to go these classes because I enjoy them so much. I think going for classes just makes exercising more fun, more interesting, and having an instructor there to guide you, you know that you're not like over pushing yourself, you're not doing the wrong things, and you know that you're not slacking off either. Apart from the intensive classes that I go to, there are other classes such as yoga, stretching and stuff, which is great when you're feeling tense, and it's a great class to go to relax your mind and your body. My workout tip number 3 is to do strength training, which is to incorporate weights into your workout routine. So like 4 or 5 years ago, I was actually really into fitness, and I would run like every single day. I have a treadmill at home, so I would run every morning, every day. That was also when I didn't have work yet. So yeah, I would run every single day, but I didn't see any changes in my body. Like, I didn't see any significant changes in my body, and at the same time I didn't feel stronger. So when I started my gym membership, I started going to classes that incorporated weights into the training, like Energy Sculpt and Ultimate Interval, and I'll just like remember the moves. So even when I'm not in class, like when I'm at the gym myself, I'll do like those workouts with dumbbells myself. So I started with 2 pounds dumbbells, and now I'm at 3 pounds, and sometimes when I'm working out on my own, I try and use 4 pounds. And honestly, I've never seen such a huge difference in my body. So I'm not fat to begin with, but I have received a lot of comments from like my friends and family saying that I should tone up. So in the past, I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but now I totally know what they're saying. So in the past, my arm is not fat, but it's just very like shapeless. It's just like round and a little bit like flabby looking, I guess. But now I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like a dent here. Yeah, basically this is like my muscle popping out. So there's like more shape now to my arm, and even though it's not like smaller by like an inch or anything, it just looks a lot better because it's more toned, and I really like it. By doing strength training, you'll also increase your muscle mass. So this increase in muscle mass will also help you burn more calories when you are at rest. So I always make sure to take note of that, and I'll always make sure to do some sort of weight training every time I'm at the gym. My workout tip number 4 is to find something healthy to motivate yourself. And I want to stress the word healthy motivator because I know some people are obsessed with being skinny, and for me, I do not think that is a healthy motivator, because you are going to be very obsessed with measuring yourself, measuring your circumference everywhere, measuring your weight and everything, and I feel like that will not bring you far, because if you don't see any results, then you will most likely give up. So for me, my motivator is definitely my health, and it's actually the main reason why I even started this gym membership. Like I said, I wasn't fat to begin with. Prior to that, I have been falling sick a lot, and I'm just sick of falling sick. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I fall sick very often, and I just don't like that because I have work and I feel very guilty when I'm always sick and unable to turn up for work. And I have a lot of things on, like I have this YouTube channel, I have a blog. When I'm sick, I cannot film, I cannot do things that I like, and it just makes me worry sometimes because I'm always falling sick. So I fell very sick in January, like the end of January, and at the point of time I was feeling very sad and very guilty about my health. I felt like my life was meaningless, I felt like I wasn't doing anything meaningful, and so I wanted to do something to change that. So I was considering of taking classes, I wanted to learn ice skating, but then I decided to settle for this gym membership. So like I said, for me, my main motivator is my health, so I'm not like obsessed with being thin. And I feel like in the past, I've always wanted to be skinny, like that was always been my goal, like to be skinny, so I'll look great in photos, I'll look great in clothes. But right now, I don't think about all that. Like, the only thing I want is to look more lean and more fit. Like 5 years ago, like I said, I was really active running. I think my arm went down to like 22 centimeters, but now it's like 23.5, and it doesn't bother me at all because now it definitely looks a lot better than that like shapeless round arm that I used to have. Like I said, at our gym we have this machine that measures our body stats, and as you saw, my percentage of body fat was over the normal range, but after a couple of weeks it actually went down to normal, and that just makes me so motivated and so happy, and I'm just really motivated to let it stay at the normal range. Also, I really enjoy seeing myself becoming stronger. Like in the past, I can only run a maximum of 3 kilometers outdoors, but right now the max I've hit on the treadmill is 7.7 kilometers, and that's like more than double of what I used to run. Moving on to diet tips, my very first diet tip is to portion everything you eat, so portion control basically. I feel like I am pretty good at that because I personally don't eat a lot because I feel full very easily, and I absolutely hate the feeling of being too full or being too bloated, so I usually can't even finish a meal on my own. I feel like when it comes to junk food, that is when I tend to overeat because it's really difficult to portion the amount of junk food you eat. Like a meal is just a meal. You have rice, there's like meat, there's like veg, stuff like that. It's very easy to do portion control when it comes to like a meal, but when it comes to like snacks and like junk food, I feel like it's really difficult to like plate them and like see how much you eat. So I think that is when I tend to overeat because they're just so easy to grab and they're like gone so quickly. So when it comes to junk food, I tend to not eat them out of the packaging. So for instance, I really like to eat chocolates, so instead of like eating the whole bar of chocolate, I will break it into like one square, and I'll just take one square and I'll just like put everything back into the fridge, and then I'll just take that one square and enjoy that one little piece of chocolate. And I feel like especially for like nuts, because nuts are like healthy, but if you eat too much of that, it's no good for you as well. And I feel like I tend to overeat nuts when I'm like doing something, when I'm like editing videos and I have like a tub of nuts beside me, I'll just keep like taking and taking. So to prevent that from happening, I have now learned not to put the entire container next to me. So yeah, now I'll just grab a suitable amount and then place them in a bowl or something, and that's it. Because I realize if I eat something from the direct packaging, I will eat the entire thing. My second diet tip is to be flexible, and I think this is important for people like me who loves to eat. Like, I'm the kind of person who will think of what to have for dinner when I'm having lunch. So I think it will literally put me in depression if I were to follow a really strict diet. So when it comes to eating, I generally just eat whatever the hell I want. I think that's a lot more worth it than eating something with like low calories but it's something that I hate, like veg or like a super plain like chicken breast. But again, I generally don't have cravings for junk food, so I don't crave for like McDonald's, fries, burgers, whatsoever. So when I say I eat whatever the hell I want, I don't mean that I eat potato chips every day, I eat McDonald's every day. I just mean that I still continue my usual diet, so I don't have any strict diet rules like no sugar, no salt, no oil, stuff like that. My next diet tip is to be mindful of your food choices, and that means replacing certain food with healthier alternatives. So like for me, I love eating peanut butter, but peanut butter can be packed with a lot of unnecessary sugars and calories. So I've actually switched out my peanut butter to a 100% natural peanut butter, so it doesn't contain any sugar at all. So because this 100% natural peanut butter doesn't contain sugar, it tastes different, and initially it feels a little bit sad, like, oh, why do I have to eat this like less tasty peanut butter? But it's actually not less tasty, you're just not used to the taste. So after like a couple of days, I just got used to the taste, and now I'm like completely fine with this 100% natural peanut butter that doesn't contain the unnecessary sugars. So if you're from Singapore, you should know that whenever you order bubble tea or even soya bean, you get to choose the amount of sugar to put in your drink. And in the past, I usually go for like 25 to 20% of sugar, but right now I just go for 0% sugar. And it does taste very different, and for some drinks, it really makes a huge difference, like especially milk teas, like a super blend without sugar. But yeah, I feel like it's the same thing, you'll get used to it, or you just completely avoid it because it tastes so bad without sugar. So if you follow me on Instagram, you should know that I love to drink Starbucks, and my favorite Starbucks drink is the white chocolate mocha, which is a little bit unfortunate because you cannot order a no sugar white chocolate mocha. Like, how can you order a white chocolate mocha without the white chocolate, right? So instead of completely ditching my favorite drink, I try and modify it to make it healthier. So obviously no whipped cream, and I asked for less sweet. So I think 1 grande cup of white chocolate mocha contains 4 pumps of white chocolate syrup, but if you ask for less sweet, they will put like 2 pumps. Honestly, I feel like calories from beverages are just so not worth it unless it's my favorite Starbucks drinks. For the other like beverages, I just feel like they're so not worth the calories, so I do not drink any other like sugary drinks like Coke and all those kind of like gassy soda drinks. I don't touch any of those. So yeah, for me it's either plain water or my favorite Starbucks drinks. The rest, I just feel like it's not worth it, and I would rather keep the calories for food. So my very last diet tip is to not buy junk food at all, because if you buy it, you're gonna see it, and if you see it, you're gonna want to eat it. And this has happened many times, so I am speaking from experience. I don't think I buy a lot of junk food, to be honest, because I know about this whole rule thing. I know if I buy it, I'm definitely gonna eat it. So yeah, I basically don't buy a lot of junk food, but there are times when people give me junk food, and there are times where my mom buys junk food, and it's just so difficult to resist them because every time you open the fridge, it's there and it's like looking at you and asking you, please eat me. So I think just don't buy junk food, and you won't eat them because you won't have them. Alright, so those are my workout and diet tips. To conclude this vlog, I'll be sharing with you guys my current body stats that I took last week. So as you can see, my muscle mass is still low, but it has increased since the first time I went to the gym, and very happily my body fat percentage is now normal, which makes me really happy and really proud of myself. So I think this really proves that my body is changing and I'm becoming stronger and healthier each day, and yeah, that just makes me very happy. Before I end this vlog, I just want to say that if you're watching this video because you want to know some tips to start working out, you want to start working out, you want to start losing weight, you want to improve your mental health, whatever reason it is, if you're watching this video because you want to start working out, I just want to say that please keep in mind that you are the only person that can help yourself, because in the past I've always been the kind of person who will blame like my work and like the lack of time. I'll always be like, I work full-time, I have like a YouTube channel, I have a blog, I do not have time for exercises, you know, I'm always so tired. Where would I find the energy to exercise? And look at myself now. I'm still working full-time. I still have my YouTube channel. I still have my blog. If anything, I feel like I'm updating even more now. And I'm working out, so I feel like right now I'm definitely eating my own words. Back in the past when I said that I don't have time to work out. So yeah, just remember that your body is your own. No one can help you make that change that you want to see in your body. No one can help you reach your body goals unless you yourself go out there and do the workout that you want to do. So I've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if you have any other questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, I'll see you very soon in my next vlog. Bye!